ask this last caller just to make sure. Area code 310. Is this my next guest, Susie?
That's California.
That would be your next guest.
How about that?
Hey, Susie. Little Susie on the up.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. How's the weather in L.A., my dear?
You know what? It's really beautiful, but we're having a heat wave right now. It's like 97 degrees.
Oh, ouch. And you probably got some high humidity, too, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a bit humid, but you know what? I've sort of been going back and forth to Vegas most weekends this summer, and it's just been triple digits out there. It's been like 112. It got up to 118 one weekend. It's just been crazy.
My dear, I'm in Arizona. I know exactly what you're talking about,
yes,
but you know what?
Yes.
I love it. More. Let me know when you're coming over to Vegas next. Babe, please, let's get her schedule when she's in Vegas. I want to go check it out. I need to get a Vegas. I want to see Susie.
You know what?
I'm actually going to be in Arizona. I'm going to be in Arizona in November.
When? Well, hold on. I'm writing this down. When? Where? Arizona, talk to me.
Let me have a look at my
serious.
schedule. Hold on. I'm actually going to be there. I'm always there every year for Bike Week at the beginning of the year and then NASCAR Week towards the end. So those dates are, let me have a quick look. Here we go. I will be in Phoenix the 9th till the 11th of November.
At where?
At a place called the Highlighter.
Highlighter. Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in. 9th through the 11th. Oh, I'm there. I'm not even kidding. I swear to God.
If you send me a message on Facebook so I know, and I'll make sure that they give you the VIP treatment.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. That's really kind of you. Huh? You know, Betty, if we have any extra drumsticks with a special phone number enclosed, can we make that? Susie, that's really sweet of you, and thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. That's good. Dude, 9th through the 11th. We got some. I'm going to the Highlighter. Together. Gus Man's doing the Highlighter. Damn it. Matter of fact, I'll probably camp out there.
There you are. You won't have to camp. It's okay. We'll roll out the red carpet for you, darling.
Susie, God bless you, and I will be seeing you soon.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I look forward to it.
And then you can come back on the show and tell us about the Christmas album and give us a recap of Susie's show.
I'll give you the full review, the full live review.
We will have done a photo shoot by then, and all that stuff.
Oh, God bless America. God bless America. Bay, I want to thank you for everything. Nick, I hope I see you soon around town, my friend. Please keep in touch. And Susie, wishing you all the very, very best, my dear. I will see you at the Highlighter in Phoenix.
All right. I'll see you in a couple of months.
Thank you, hon. I really appreciate it.
Take care,
fun,
Mark.
brother.
All right.
I'll see you soon, pal.
There he goes. Wow. He is just wow. He's shot out of a cannon.
I think he could talk underwater. He's unreal. He's awesome.
I don't know how he keeps the energy going. I really don't. He is unreal. He truly is. So how are you?
I mean, go on.
You got a tough act to follow up now.
I'll do the best I can. Are we totally uncensored, or are we censored here?
We are totally uncensored.
Oh, you're uncensored, so that's okay. Well, see, I'll be a better act anyway because I got titties and I'm sexy.
There you go. How about that? You already beat them, and you don't need drumsticks.
It's all good. It's all good.
Well, which I guess speaking of titties, you're good friends, and this whole our whole friendship came to be thanks to Frenchie.
Frenchie, yes, she's a very good friend of mine.
She's a sweetheart. Love her to death.
She is. She's got she has her latest song coming out soon, I believe, and she's asked me to be a part of her music video too. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's nice.
Has she told you the name of the track?
No. What is it?
Oh, she hasn't? Oh, maybe I'll just let her do it then because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. But it's going to be pretty sexy, I'll tell you that much.
I'm sure.
Well, you know what she's like. Anything to do with her is totally sexy. Otherwise, it's just non-existent.
She amazes me. She totally amazes me. Like, how she just, I don't know. She just walks around with, like, literally dental floss.
Oh, God. Oh, she's a total free spirit. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I think she's actually more comfortable if she's wearing like close to nothing, she's just more comfortable like that. So she would have to live somewhere that's always warm, because you can't dress the way that she does and kick it somewhere like Pennsylvania. You'd freeze your ass off.
Right, right.
But yeah, no, she's awesome. She's a great friend of mine.
She is. That's awesome. Now you were, let's get this right. You are truly the world's only magic burlesque showgirl.
Yes, I am. I am the only one. Every time I sort of tell people what I do, the first thing they say is, "You do what?" And I'm like, it's magic and it's burlesque and it's in one. So I'm kind of like a cross between, say, Dita Von Teese with more energy and David Copperfield with better eyebrows into one. That's what I do. So it's like, it's very sort of Las Vegas showgirl. There's a lot of rhinestones. There's a lot of feathers. There's a lot of, scantily clad outfits and stuff mixed in with magic and illusions. And all of my assistants are all girls too, very sexy girls. So that brings a whole different element into it as well. Because, most magicians, first of all, they're men. And if they are women, they're just sort of doing stuff on their own. But I do stage magic. I do stage illusions and all that kind of stuff. So all my assistants are beautiful women.
Nice.
So go figure. It's a completely different element.
Now, which were you doing first? Were you like a showgirl burlesque dancer first, or were you a magician first?
that came first. I was actually a trained dancer back in Australia, and I ended up being a headliner burlesque act in a casino for about 5 years in Sydney. And then when I moved out here, obviously I brought my burlesque act over here, and then if you are familiar with burlesque, it's very gimmicky. Like, there's a lot of people that do different things. Like, some people do burlesque with aerials. Some people do it with comedies. There's all different things you can do. You just got to kind of find your niche. And I actually just found mine by accident. So I was at a venue one time, and I heard Sugar Ray's version of Abracadabra, and I thought, oh, that'd be cute. Let's try that. And so I sort of just started off with 3 tricks, and then it just had a snowball effect. Suddenly everybody wanted to see the burlesque girl that did magic tricks. So it's kind of evolved from a solo show. So I tour all the country and I perform, in nightclubs or, gentlemen's clubs and casinos and stuff. And then I've had my own production show, Le Magique Fantastique, which is this weekend in LA. I've had that for about 2 years now. So, it's kind of like whatever scale you want to come and see the performance, you can pick what you want to see.
Now, it sounds like the show you're doing this weekend, this seems like it's like a real big production.
Yeah, it is. I've got a beautiful jazz singer, and I have 4 dancers and a contortionist and an aerialist. So it's big, and we've actually just had to change the venue too. It was originally at the Cap Theatre, and I have literally just within the last hour changed it to an even better venue, which is called the White Fire Theatre. So if people actually do still want to get tickets, all that information is about to be changed within the hour. But, we're very excited, and I've got a fantastic cast, and it's kind of like a mini Las Vegas show. So it's huge, great big feathered costumes and, scantily clad dancers and sexy singers and side acts and all that kind of stuff. So it's a real attack of the senses show. It's got a little bit of everything in it. It's got the sex appeal, it's got the talent, it's got the magic, it's got the mystery, it's got the lavish costumes and everything. So it's very fun, it's very entertaining. So I'm very, very blessed to have a fantastic cast that love it as much as I do.
Now, when doing the magic, like, how many years now have you been doing the whole magic part of it?
I've been doing magic now for, I would say, about 8 years. So it started off as just sort of like simple little sort of, hand tricks and stuff like that. And now I'm like stuffing girls in boxes and running swords through them. I'm taking their heads off their shoulders, and I'm making them levitate and all sorts of awesome stuff while they're scantily clad too, which is awesome. They're like, what am I wearing for this? And do you remember all those comical movies in the 80s where, like someone would go in desperate for work and they'd walk into a club, and they'd be like, well, what have I got to wear? And the manager would like throw them a little bikini and be like, that's what you're wearing. You start tonight. It's kind of like that. The girls are like, what am I wearing? And I'm like, rhinestones, and pretty much that's it. Rhinestones and heels.
Okay.
What was that?
And they say to you, okay.
What? Yeah, if I'm paying them, they're like, sure. You know what it's like in this day and age. I mean, like, especially with things like Instagram and everything, like girls that are just, normal, that have nothing to do with the entertainment industry, they're all scantily clad, so it's kind of no big deal anymore. Right. So, nobody really sort of gives it a second guess anymore. It's like, okay, that's fine. This is what I'm wearing. As long as I've got, my heels and a little bit of coverage, I'm good. Frenchie should be in my show.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
She'd be perfect.
Well, she would. And I'd love to give her a sexy little burlesque spot in the middle. But she's got a lot of stuff going on right now. And she's awesome. Like, she's been very good to me. And, I know she's interested to come and see the show. Unfortunately, she's working this weekend. But I know she'll get there eventually.
Oh, I'm sure. Now, like, when you first started doing the magic part of it, when you first started being able to do, like, your first few tricks, did it kind of shock yourself?
It's not that I shocked myself. It was just a different element. So it's like anything. Like, you sort of have to really practice and make sure that, you don't sort of stuff it up on stage. Because let me tell you something, with magic, a whole lot of stuff can go horribly wrong very quickly. So you have to, it's more sort of like making sure you really know what you do, so, you can execute it properly, because, as I said, there have been some malfunctions over the years. So you have to be sort of ready for that and sort of like, oh shit, how do I get myself out of this kind of situation? But, you work your way through it. I mean, I've had instances when I've been like locked in trunks and my assistant couldn't find the key and all that kind of stuff. So you name it, it's been done. I've had things fall and but that's just all sort of like stuff that happens sort of early on in the piece, and you work out those kinks and you're like, okay, we've got this, we're good. So, it's like anything. It just takes practice.
Now, how about with the, because I was going through and I was able to find like a bunch of videos on YouTube, and like at first I was thinking to myself, all right, like what is this whole burlesque magic thing? And then I'm like, wait,
exactly.
This is no joke. Like, you're doing like, you're swallowing swords. I mean, you're doing the whole 9 yards. It's not like just all show with the burlesque part. I mean, there's truly a magical act going on with this whole show.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff going on, and I get booked, like when I do my solo stuff or I get booked with my assistant, a lot of people will call me and they'll be like, we have a certain theme that we need, can you do that? So, I'm so versatile and my crew is so versatile. We're like, yeah, sure, we can knock it out. So, like a lot of my stuff, the actual show itself, the Le Magique show, actually goes through time. So it starts off at the turn of century, because I was actually in the movie Moulin Rouge. I was in the dance cast. So we actually open up with the actual can-can that we did in the movie. I taught the girls the choreography. And then it moves through time, and it sort of goes like back through, like there's a whole goddess section there and a roaring 20s, like a Gatsby, and then it comes like into the future and stuff. But, people will be like, okay, well, we're having a rock night, so can we turn something, like with a rock theme? So it's like, okay, well, we're going to take something that we normally do that's sort of more showgirly and change the music and change the costumes, and off we go, and it's got a whole different look to it. So you have to be versatile.
Yeah, because I saw you, like you were performing in, I forget what it's
Was it the Fun Hollywood show?
Yeah, it was.
That was at Ultimate Jam. That's
yes.
with
yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just got a brain fart right now. With Ultimate Jam. Chuck Wright. There we go. Chuck Wright.
There you go.
Quiet
there
Riot.
you go.
Yes.
Right.
He's the producer of that, and Chuck and I are actually really good friends. And I went and saw his show, and he used to have the second half open up with a burlesque act. And actually, a girlfriend of mine was performing that night, and she introduced me to him. And he said, I'd really love to see your stuff. So I sent my stuff over to him, and And he contacted me pretty much straight away, and he was like, I'd really love to have you come and do some stuff. Can you make it more, rock? And I was like, sure, let's do this. So, and that's been a great gig. I've been performing in Chuck's show for quite a while, and I've had the pleasure of, sharing the stage with amazing people. Like I opened for Dee Snider a couple of months ago. That was awesome. I've met, Frankie Banali. I can't even think of all the people that I've met, but there's been some amazing people that have come through that jam. And, Chuck is amazing. And, he's a real showman too. Like there's so much more to Chuck than just being the bassist of Quiet Riot. He's actually, he's really into magic. And so he really enjoyed sort of like putting together things with me. He was like, oh, can we do this? And how about we do this and that and the other? So that was really interesting, like everybody knows him as kind of like a metalhead, a musician, and he just loves magic. It's like really cool.
That's awesome. Now, it's funny because when I was going through stuff, I was thinking to myself, I wonder if she would ever think about or if she ever considered like trying out for like America's Got Talent. And then I saw you did try out for it.
I did. That was a while ago. And, I was going to go on the show. Like I got through and I got accepted and stuff. And then, just stuff happened and it didn't work out. But, even stuff with America's Got Talent, it's a double-edged sword because, sometimes it's a positive thing. Sometimes it's a negative thing. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. But you know what? It's all good. It's all exposure. At some point. So you just keep going and accept all the blessings as they come. And
Sure.
what you don't succeed with, you just use it. To make yourself improve and better, and you just keep going.
Right. Now, to do this show like you're doing on Saturday night, like how much, long of a rehearsal time? Like, do you guys practice for weeks on end leading up to something like this? Or?
Well, when I first put this show together, we were in rehearsal for 6 weeks straight. Because there's so much more to learn. Like with my dancers, it's not just the choreography. They've also got to learn the illusions. They've also got to learn the interludes. Like it's quite a big show. There's a lot going on. And it sort of took us 6 weeks to sort of get everything going. It's like anything, it's like a well-oiled machine. And then, when we have gigs coming up, we sort of rehearse a good 2 weeks beforehand, get it all done. And then we've got our tech and stuff like that. So thank God I've got a really good, very patient crew because you know what it's like. It's like not everything goes to plan all the time. So if you've got a good crew with you, a good patient crew, and they know what they're doing, then it can just turn awesome.
That's awesome. It's you. You got it all going on over there. You got this whole wild magic burlesque show, and the only one, which makes it even more special.
Well, there's a lot of burlesque shows that are going on everywhere throughout the country and throughout the world. So, a lot of burlesque shows have magic, but they'll have a male magician come out as the side act. So this is very different because it actually intertwines everything at once. So you're not just coming to see a magic show. You're not just coming to see a burlesque show. It's not just a cabaret show. It's kind of everything. It's an attack of the senses, and it doesn't stop. It just goes continuously. So you're just oh, my God, what am I looking at? It's almost going to a Cirque du Soleil show with magic. It just keeps going. So, I've always prided myself on trying to be as original as I can and coming up with different concepts and stuff. And so, this show I've been very blessed with. I'm always putting little bits and pieces in to change it up and what can we do here to improve it. So I'm actually really pumped for this weekend. It's going to be a really good show.
That's awesome. I wish I was out in California.
I wish you guys were in town. I know. I wish you guys would come.
Yeah, I'm out here in Philadelphia, so I'm on the other side of the country.
Well, I've been to Philadelphia a few times. Actually, you know what? I was in Philly 3 weeks ago. I was performing at Creekside Cabaret. I was there for their anniversary party, and I did my big show then.
What was the name of it?
Creekside Cabaret. It's about 40 minutes out from Philadelphia.
Creekside Cabaret. Let me, I'm curious.
You're going to have to Google it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was there. I was actually there a year before that, and then they decided to bring me back for their anniversary party because they wanted, a specialty act that did something different. And a lot of people actually came back to see me again, which was great. So they enjoyed it. So they were like, oh, we wanted to come and see, what you were doing. And, I was like, again, swallowing swords and putting swords through girls' throats and appear, and I had bunnies and all sorts of stuff going on. I make champagne bottles appear, and yeah, it's fun.
That's awesome. It sounds like a great time.
Well, then hopefully maybe we can get a gig out in Philly somewhere, and you can come and get front row seats. That would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at the place now. That was probably about 45 minutes outside of Philadelphia.
There you go. Yeah, so not too far at all.
How about that? Look at you.
And you missed it. Damn, I was so close.
I know. See, now I know all about you.
Yeah, well, look, if you follow me on Facebook, usually when people follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I always put up my touring dates. So, because I'm touring around the country, I can be anywhere. It's like, 3 weeks ago I was in Philly, and then November I'm in Arizona. So, you never can tell where I'm going to pop up. But if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, you can, if I'm coming to somewhere near you, can come on in and come say hi.
Absolutely. Now, is it a 21 and over show, or do you do tone it down for all ages at places as well, or?
Well, this particular show, the Le Magique Fantastique show, is not topless. It is basically just a very sexy cabaret show. It's got elements of burlesque, but you won't actually see, anything really going on.
Right.
Everything's sort of hidden behind feather fans, and it's very cabaret. It's very, very tasteful. So, but with my shows, it can go from one way to the other. Like some places are, pasties, and some places are, I try and keep it a little more subtle. So, but this particular show, it's like you wouldn't miss it though. It's still a very sexy show.
That's awesome. And now you've done this show around the world too, not just around the country here.
Yeah, I performed all around the world. I had a show, and I actually toured it around Australia, and then I took it to New Zealand. I was actually in New Zealand about 2 years ago with just as a solo artist. Where else have I been? I've been to Mexico with shows, and Japan, Finland. I headed up a big festival out there, so I love traveling. The international stuff is always super fun.
That's wild. I mean, especially because you're the original. You know what I mean? You originated this whole show, so you're it.
I know, right? When I die, it goes with me. I'm just kidding. All my tricks will be buried with me.
Has there been people that have been trying to come on the scene now to try to be copycats of you?
I mean, I've seen sort of, elements of it, but, they don't. I've always had people sort of say, well, I've seen this and I've seen that, and they're absolutely nothing on you. And then they sort of haven't established themselves as much as I have. So, they always say that, if someone's trying to copy you, it's always it's a sign of flattery.
Right.
That you're doing
Absolutely.
something right. So, but I haven't seen too much of it, because the majority of girls that do burlesque, it's the costumes and everything are one thing, but magic is expensive. Let me tell you that. It's not cheap. You got to save your pennies, because I got to tell you, these illusions and stuff, they're expensive.
I can imagine. And actually, I think I saw, weren't the ticket prices for I think they were $20 for this Saturday, or even cheaper?
Yeah, this Saturday are $20. I've still got half price tickets going for $10 on Eventbrite.com. But you've got to be in quick, because I only have a few of those left. So I just thought, I'll just leave those on there for a little bit longer. But yeah, so I mean, it's a reasonably priced ticket. You know what I mean? It's a 90-minute show. We've got a beautiful venue, and you go and see a Cirque du Soleil show or any show for that matter in Vegas, and you won't find anything for that price at all. Like,
right.
I think that the last Cirque show I went to was like $170, and that was like one of the cheapest ones. Oh yeah, it's really expensive. Oh, it was like $200 and something or other now. I mean, it's an amazing show, but so and even the smaller shows in Vegas, they're starting at like $56. So it's for a Saturday night, $20. It's and even if you can get it in cheaper at the $10 rate, it's cheaper than going to the movies.
Right.
So are you guys getting ready to jump on a plane yet, or what?
Hell yeah, absolutely. You can't beat it. I mean, seriously, it's a night of great entertainment. Everybody needs to jump on a plane and head out there.
There you go. And if people are interested in sort of seeing what it's all about, you can just Google Le Magique Fantastique, and everything comes up on our site on Facebook, and then there's stuff that you can see on YouTube and all sorts of stuff. So if they're still sort of like, what is this show about, you can Google it and you can see what's going on, and then come on down and see it for yourself.
Yeah. You know what? Don't even do that. Just go see it for yourself. Be surprised.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's always better having that element of surprise, isn't it? Because you're like, oh, I have no clue what I'm about to see here. And then it's like, oh, okay, and I get it now. That's awesome. All this and sexy women.
You can't ask for a package.
Because my whole cast is all female. It's an all-female magic burlesque cabaret show.
Yeah. It's a win-win. It's a win-win
There you
night.
go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Now, where can everybody go and get tickets for this again?
Tickets are available at eventbrite.com, and all you have to do is log on to Le Magique Fantastique, I think, in their search engine, and the tickets will come straight up, and you can purchase them, and you can come on. We've actually got a red carpet going on at 8 p.m. where you can come and get your photo taken on the red carpet and feel like a superstar before the show starts, and then grab your cocktail and go on in. Yeah, we've got stuff going on. We make these red carpet events.
That's awesome. See that? It's a true Hollywood show.
Exactly.
First class. There you go. I like it.
Well, you will have to let me know next time that you are in town, and I will definitely have you guys on the VIP list.
That's awesome. And you know what? My co-host, who's being quiet over there, he's in Arizona as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
So he's actually right near Mark. So there you go, Nick. So make a note for November.
Yeah. I will definitely.
Dates down?
Just send them over to me, and then we're good to go.
Awesome.
November 9th through the 11th in Arizona.
There you go. Well, maybe I can come on your show again before I perform in Arizona, just to remind you.
Absolutely.
Because that show is actually topless.
There you go. Winner.
So that's yeah, there you go. Winner chicken dinner right there.
You got that one, Nick? Write that down.
That sounds good. I got to tell Mark.
I think Mark's already there waiting. Well, Suzie, I want to thank you so much. This was great talking to you and getting to meet you and finding out all about this amazing show you do.
Well, thank you very much. I want to thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. And I will reach out to your other half as well, and we'll get that taken care of.
Oh, awesome. Wonderful. Yeah, I'll let him talk to you about all that stuff. They've got some great stuff going on.
Cool. Again, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
You too. Take care.
You too.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right, there she goes. Suzie Malone, the world's only burlesque magician. Check her out. You can go look for her right on Facebook, Suzie Malone, and you can also look for the show she's doing this Saturday. They have the event page in there with the links where you can go right to Eventbrite and get tickets. You'll be all set. It looks like an amazing show. It really does.